Hi guys, back here again for another look at some dolls. If you're new here, this is just the series on my channel where I quickly go through new or upcoming fashion doll releases, and I tell you whether I might buy them or if their existence is a personal attack on me. There's not a whole lot to get through this time, but some pretty cool releases, and no reason to linger here too long on the intro, so let's go ahead and get into it. Traditionally, we always start with my good friend Barbie. Courtesy of Barbie Style, we have a fashion studio set coming soon. Barbie Style is consistently underwhelming for me. Like, I don't really buy Barbies so I can have dolls dressed like they shop at H&M, so it's like, where's the fun? Where's the fantasy? The Barbie glamour? Nothing about this set is bad, it's just very much not for me. All the little accessories are nice at least. There's some new repros as well. One of Vintage Francie, who is out by the time of me recording this. She's wearing the Floating In fashion pack, which it's not my favorite Francie look, but Francie always looks so cute and so retro, and this doll is obviously no exception. I like her. There's also going to be a Silkstone reproduction of the After 5 Barbie from 1962. And I've really been on like a vintage Barbie kick lately. I think she's just so gorgeous. And needless to say, but I will never be able to afford real Barbies from the early 60s, so I very much welcome more reproductions. We're finally seeing the new holiday Barbie for 2022, but at this point, it's just another poofy red dress to me. It's just very much like a red dress to me. Shockingly, we have another red ball gown. Yes, one of them is red. 2017. It's a red ball gown. Putting a big star behind her does not hide the fact that it is another red gown. Well, she's red. Very, very red. The dolls all have very beautiful faces, at least. There's two new Barbie Rewind dolls, and these are exactly the kind of cleansing I need after the 2022 holiday Barbies. I am so in love with these. Like, these are precisely what I crave from Barbie, down to every little detail. And yeah, I do still think the $40 price point for this series is rather high, but I imagine these will go on sale very frequently, just like the last ones, so I can't wait to get my hands on them. Like, I literally haven't stopped thinking about them since I saw this reveal. There's some more Barbie Looks dolls as well, and I kind of struggle to say much about them. Like, they're pretty, they're fine. I know a lot of people really like this line, so I am happy it's getting a lot of releases. Before we continue on with more dolls, first a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a subscription meal service that makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. I was actually a customer of HelloFresh before they ever offered to sponsor me, and I love them because I am totally inept in the kitchen, like an actual disaster, and my fiance can vouch for that, no problem. But with HelloFresh's instruction, I feel like an actual gourmet chef, like I can cook anything. Once you order the meals, they arrive at your home in less than a week, and the ingredients are guaranteed to be fresh and really good quality. HelloFresh also now has 30 recipes to choose from every week, which is the most choices of any other meal kit. The foolproof step-by-step recipes mean that the entire experience is easy, stress-free, and it cuts back on time spent shopping for groceries, which for me means more time shopping for dolls, as well as time spent in the kitchen, because meals are ready in just about 30 minutes or less. This meal was Italian chicken over lemony spaghetti, and it was everything. I really enjoyed it. And if you want to make something this delicious for yourself, go to HelloFresh.com and use code DARLING16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's HelloFresh.com, code DARLING16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. And now, moving on to the new limited edition Disney releases. First is Rapunzel from the ongoing Princess Celebration Designer series. And this whole series has been very hit or miss for me, but I think this doll does hit the mark quite well. It's a very different look and a new silhouette for Rapunzel, which is clearly the point for this entire series, but it's very recognizably her. Like, I could very feasibly see Rapunzel wearing this. I say, like, I know her personally. There's also a new Megara doll for the Hercules 25th anniversary, and Megara is one of my all-time favorite Disney women. I know she's not like an official Disney princess, but Megara is my Disney princess. I'm really happy she's getting a lot more merch lately, and this doll really does her justice. She's absolutely gorgeous. I've still yet to actually buy an LE Disney doll, but who knows? There's a new series of Glow Up Girls coming soon, which is surprising because did the first series ever get like a wide release? I never saw them in stores or anything. Anyways, when I first saw these, I joked on Twitter that the designers must have gone to the Disney Channel School for Design. And like, you see it too, right? Especially compared to the last series, these are just, I guess juvenile would be the word. I'm just perplexed as to what market the brand is trying to hit, I guess. But it's certainly not mine. Monster High dropped a new Skeletor doll based on Universal's Dracula, which I know she's long gone by the time I'm recording this, but I can only do so many of these videos at a time, and I haven't really talked about her yet. And I don't really have anything especially poignant to say, though. Like, she's fine, but I'm not a huge fan of the Skeletor line as a whole. They're not anything I ever stress myself out trying to grab before they sell out. I do think she's one of the better looking ones, but I'm just holding out for the mainline Monster High stuff. Which, speaking of, I know there's a lot of news regarding Generation 3 of Monster High, leaks of the dolls, and more information on the upcoming live-action movie, but I'm not going to talk extensively on them yet. When I do, it'll definitely be in its own video because Monster High is something I can ramble about for hours. So look forward to that, I guess. American Girl recently re-released Molly, which is not entirely surprising, especially given the recent re-release of her in the larger anniversary collection. But it's still nice to see, especially considering this is OG Molly, not her Be Forever redesign. So that gives me hope that maybe we'll see other dolls phasing out of the Be Forever redesigns. Like, can we get Original Kit and Julie too? Something else that is kind of old news by now is the Bratz Pride Jimmy Paul collab 2-pack, which I have talked about in my video on LGBT fashion dolls, but I haven't been able to give my personal opinion on these yet, which is that I really like them. These had such a roller coaster of a release. Like, people so vehemently hated these dolls that the designer Jimmy Paul disabled comments on his Instagram after they leaked, because people were just being so toxic with how much they disliked these. And then they actually came out, and people kind of forgot they hated them, I guess. But I always kind of like them. I think with fashion dolls particularly, where there are still so many obstacles when it comes to implementing LGBT representation, it's important to be as loud and as unapologetic as possible. And these dolls are nothing if not loud and unapologetic. That said, I'm kind of over designer collabs when it comes to Bratz now. I'm really craving a proper continuation of the brand personally, with its own designers and its own concepts, but we'll see. We finally have stock images of the new batch of LOL Tweens, and yet again, the Tweens have knocked it out of the park. There hasn't been a single tween doll that I've actively disliked, and it's very rare that I want like all the dolls in a single series in any doll line. I'm not a completionist at all, but the Tweens, I just have to have them all. They're that good. It's even hard for me to pick a solid favorite from these four, but it's very close between Nia and Emma. There's also going to be some Tweens babysitting sets that I think are so adorable. I don't really pay much attention to the LOL Tots. I don't really care to own them, but I do like when they're included in cute sets like these. The sleepover set with Ivy and Baby Doll is probably my favorite of the two. I love her hair colors and the fluffy robe and all the cute accessories, but the beach set with Ray and SPF is very cute too. I'll probably get them as well. Not Surprise has a new line of dolls, the Sweetest Gems series, and I know I haven't been the nicest person to Not in the past, and maybe I owe them an apology, because this assortment is really good. Like, they're so cute. I kind of swore off Na a while back, but I'm wondering if that was a mistake. I'm wondering if maybe I do need these after all. I don't know. Rainbow High recently teased some of the dolls for the upcoming Rainbow Vision assortment, starting with the Shadow High band, Neon Shadow. And part of me really likes how different these are from past Rainbow High dolls, very different from past Shadow High dolls too. But it always comes down to little details for me with Rainbow High. Like, why is what is clearly like a punk metal-y band wearing sequins and fur coats and bedazzled mini dresses? I think they could have committed a lot more to their aesthetic because they just feel very halfway there. But I don't know, maybe their second outfits will change that for me. Then there's the Rainbow Divas, and these I like a lot more. And I think this theme is just an aesthetic that's more comfortable with Rainbow High, so it's not a surprise that it's executed better. But I think they're committed more to their theme, they look a lot more cohesive, and I like that they all have the same silhouette, but their outfits are still unique and personalized so you don't feel like you're buying just 3 of the same doll. Definitely a missed opportunity for textured hair, and I'm really over sequins at this point. But yeah, overall these are more of a hit for me. And that's everything I have on my list for today. So let me know which dolls you're looking forward to, which ones you're going to be buying, but also which ones you're going to be skipping out on. And when you're done with that, be sure to like and subscribe for any future fashion doll content. Now go out and get those dolls.